Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Cassidy, and the Super Bowl is here. A celebration of football, the season, good food, enjoying the commercials, and finally getting to see the Eagles be exposed for the frauds they are. Patrick, how are the Eagles 1.5-point favorites for this game?
Josh, you said it. They are frauds, meaning wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. Josh, when they get exposed this weekend as frauds, when the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Philadelphia Eagles, I think they should be required to pay back every single person that lost money betting on the Eagles because they shouldn't be here. They're frauds. They haven't earned it.
Patrick, the fact that you're on my side on this makes me feel really good because everyone knows I've been a champion of this movement for a long time. Since probably week one, I've been saying, hey, let's just pump the brakes here. Let's just slow things down, okay? They haven't won anything yet. They haven't really beat anyone yet. And somehow we're in the Super Bowl, and I'm still preaching that same message. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams combat because a lot of people are saying the NFC is trash compared to the AFC, me being one of them. And listen, and I am prepared if in some crazy world,
Don't say it. Don't say it.
If in some crazy world, a less desired outcome happens, I will eat my words. That being said, I am not anticipating that world being a thing.
Josh, so it's Friday morning and the world is talking about Brett Favre, but there's true fraud going on in this world, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Absolutely, absolutely. By the way, speaking of Brett Favre, he is suing Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharpe for defamation.
Yeah, I mean, Brett Favre, when we look at him, I mean, it just takes one quick breeze through his Wikipedia page, and you can tell, I mean, this guy's a pretty stand-up guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, great guy. I mean, he only is, maybe maneuvered $2.5 million in the whole federal grant program.
It's barely anything.
Temporary assistant. That's barely anything, right? He's only got some no-show speaking fees, where I guess he's supposed to speak, no show, still get the money. It happens to everyone.
It happens to everyone, It's a classic. Yeah, I don't know why Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharpe were defaming Brett Favre, but here on this show, we could never do that because clearly, Josh, if you look at just the writing on the wall, is Brett Favre, good guy.
I mean, and the other thing is, Josh, I don't know about you, but if he can also somehow maneuver $5 million from a welfare fund to get it to his daughter's college for a new volleyball arena, imagine what he could do to go against this show. I mean, so we are keeping our mouths shut.
Well, here's the thing, Patrick. If you really think about it, did those people even need that $5 million to begin with?
Yeah, probably.
What? Because here's the thing. Well, let me show you about this. What's gonna help money circulate in the economy more? If you really think about it, Brett Favre was like, "Hey, I'm gonna actually help create more than $5 million."
Brett Favre, economic strategist.
Exactly. He went to business school for sure. Anyway, NFL honors happened last night. Mahomes wins his second MVP, joining the likes of some greats, including Brett Favre. Right?
Sure, yes.
Stat guys on that. But the big news,
he's a three-time MVP. He was a three-time MVP.
Okay,
so we will say that.
Yeah, there we go. Respect given.
Yes.
So Mahomes wins his second MVP. Who?
Patrick Mahomes, second MVP.
Who asked?
Oh.
Yeah. So, but the interesting story about last night was that Kelly Clarkson sang a song with Kirk Cousins, "Now That You're Gone," about Tom Brady. Now, they defamed Tom Brady a little bit. They went after some low-hanging fruit, if you know what I'm saying, by putting Tom Brady in his underwear on the screen.
Just a thirst trap.
That's what they said. Kind of low-hanging fruit, guys. If making Tom Brady underwear post jokes is
don't be mad because you don't look that good at 45. Just saying.
I'm not 45, Patrick. We all know that. But anyway, but anyway, they sing a song together. Kelly Clarkson, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins messes up the lyrics, and nobody's talking about this. The lyric was, "Now that you're gone." Kirk Cousins saying, "Since you've been gone." The subtitles say, "Now that you're gone." Context clues says that the song is called "Now That You're Gone," and Kirk Cousins couldn't follow the script.
Josh, you couldn't follow the script. So, I mean, look, we talk about primetime Kirk Cousins. This was primetime NFL honors. Okay. He couldn't follow the script. It gets him to a playoff game in the regular season. Was the script supposed to get the Vikings further?
That's a
People
question
are
that
asking.
you have to be asking right now. Can Kirk Cousins follow the script? And were the Vikings potentially supposed to be playing in the Super Bowl in the Eagles' place? I mean, if you look at the season, if you look at that Bills game, Vikings-Bills, you can't tell me that the game did everything in their power for the Vikings to win that game. The script was laid out. Kirk Cousins was supposed to make a serious run, and when the moment mattered the most, he couldn't follow the script, despite having the script on his side.
Josh, the all-time comeback versus the Colts on a Saturday in December. The script was on his side. What happened? Can Kirk Cousins not follow the script in the playoffs? Is that what we're getting to?
I don't know. But that is an interesting thing that we're going to have to be exploring. And over the offseason, we're going to have to be wondering,
I also
will the script writers trust him again?
Well, and I think the script writers in the offseason, even though he messed up the lyrics, I think we have to be talking about an offseason script of Kirk Cousins to the Cowboys, because he gets up there with Kelly Clarkson, Cowboys dress. I mean, sometimes, you know how movies lay out? It's like, in these like mystery films, it's like, boom, it was there, 20 minutes in.
Yeah. By the way, though, but Dak Prescott wins Walter Payton Man of the Year. Guess he did some great things for everyone in Dallas except the Cowboys. So, great job, Dak. The best celebration of the year came against the Ravens. It was the Bengals winning something. Not great. Kind of.
Josh, I thought we were taught. This is what I thought we were taught in grade school, is that when someone's down bad, you don't bury them. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean the Ravens organization. I don't mean that. Josh, the celebration of the year came against a third string quarterback.
Yeah. Do better,
that
Bengals.
Can't happen.
Have some class.
Classic Cincinnati.
Yeah. Russell Wilson is a criminal. That's what people are saying. And if you think about it, it makes sense. 2015, he stole from Future.
Mm-hmm.
That same year, he stole the hopes and dreams from Seattle.
Very true.
Flash forward 2022, stole $160 million from the Denver Broncos. And now he's stealing from children.
Josh, tell me more.
There is no more. That's the I mean, it's laid out. He has a track record. I don't know what they call a serial thief. I feel like there should be a better name.
Well, so what is it? He was getting 24 cents to the dollar for his charity?
Well, basically that plus I'm no expert on charity, but
not a charity expert.
He was paying his he was paying his employees more money as far as for salaries than was actually going towards charitable things. So you're right. For every dollar donated, 24 cents of that was actually going to something.
And Josh, I saw this take yesterday where they were like, yeah, but that's 24 more cents, going to a charity. But I'm like, that's not the point.
So wait, how do you donate to charity though? Now that I'm thinking about it, like who is charity? And like what I mean, like what is like so if I donate $1, say I was like, I want to donate this dollar and get it to somebody, right? They get it to somebody in need. Well, wouldn't any single middleman I give that dollar to transport it to that person then take some of it? And then how do I get that to directly to them?
I don't think it's possible. I think you literally have to give it to the person.
So
in the charity.
That's the thing. Charities, that's really messed up, I feel like.
So charities are frauds.
I mean, I'm sure, listen, I know there's charities that do great things. It's confusing to me. Anyway, speaking of criminals, Drake, one of the least suspect rappers when you would think of murder, is actually going to have to sit down for deposition in the XXX Tentacion murder trial. How is that how you say it?
Just letting you go with that one.
XXX Tentacion.
I don't think it's French.
Well, it's also on. I don't know how to say it. I'm X. People call him X for short in the streets, I guess.
Yep, X.
X. Yeah, so Drake apparently murdered X. That's what people are saying. People have been thinking this for years.
And Drake leans into it.
And well, does he? Because now he has to sit for deposition. And by the way, I think we should have seen this coming. Patrick, I have a few lyrics here that
so do I, Josh.
Kind of expose Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for this one?
Let's go.
Gone on you with the pick and roll, young LaFlame, he in sicko mode.
What does that mean? Work at 8 a.m., finish around 5. What is he doing?
Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you lovin' on me.
How I go from 6 to 23 like I'm LeBron.
Whine it, and she loving me long time. Ooh, yeah, very long time.
Working on the weekend like usual.
I got more slaps than the Beatles. I mean, the evidence is right there.
Josh, 21. Can you do something for me?
Can you talk to the ops next for me? I mean, if that makes sense to me. When you lay it out like that, at first I didn't know how Drake could possibly be asked to sit down for this. But then when you lay it out in such a clear way, that makes too much sense.
I mean, look, not lawyers, not judges here, but I mean, just look at the lyrics.
Just look at the lyrics. Wow. I mean, so okay, that's great. The Lakers have a brand new team. Basically, that's a good transition, right? Basically, they had a team at the beginning of the season, and then now they have just a completely different team today. And it feels like the entire NBA just hit shuffle and just shuffled everyone around. It's like if in the beginning of the year, we were like, oh, this Bills team's great. And then at the end of the year, the Bills quarterback was like Tyler Huntley, and their starting wide receiver but it was Justin Jefferson. And then you got like can you imagine if like there's just completely different teams at the start of the season, and then at the end of the season?
But the problem with that in the NFL is you can't hit the shuffle button because of the rookie contracts, because it's unfair to some teams. Yeah. So you that's
can't.
A struggle.
You're right. That's very fair. But it is interesting. And to be honest with you, and this might be a strong take, I still think the Lakers are not going to be good.
Well, Josh, I'm curious because you are a Lakers fan. So I'm just curious of your thoughts.
Everyone knows I was here's my Laker fan timeline. I was a Laker fan because There's no team where I live. So I had free reign to pick whoever. Young me decided to pick Kobe's team.
How young you?
8.
Okay.
Because I was 8 and Kobe was 8.
But he wasn't 8 when you were 8.
Just go with it. Okay. And then I was a fan. I was a fan through the hard times. Some of my most supportive years. I had a T-shirt, by the way, a Lakers T-shirt. So that shows
a singular T-shirt.
How much of a fan I was. I supported the teams with like Larry Nance and D'Angelo Russell, and
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball. He was there for a little bit. Yeah, I supported teams with just random players. You know, when we drafted Julius Randle, I was like, this is our time. This is our moment. And we still sucked. Kobe retires. Obviously, he's retired at this point in the timeline anyway. And then LeBron James comes. And I made sure I posted to my story that, listen, I was a Lakers fan before LeBron. That way people didn't suspect me of being a bandwagon fan. And now I'm
Lakers
actually
fan,
not.
No way.
Now I'm actually off of it. Like, now LeBron came and I hopped off before they won the championship because I didn't want. I couldn't root for. Yeah, I couldn't root for it. But you know what? Hey, it's okay. So here's what I'll say. For my short stint of being a Laker fan, the Lakers love to just develop players right until they're about to reach their potential and then get rid of them and then bring them back.
Josh, they literally sold so low on D'Angelo Russell. They drafted him number 2 overall. 2 years later, they said, nope, we're done with this guy. Okay. They sell him low.
He goes crazy.
Goes crazy in Brooklyn. Then gets traded to Minnesota. He signs with the Golden State Warriors, gets traded to Minnesota. And now they're like, you know what? We're going to buy low on him again.
Hey. Good for them, I
Lakers
guess.
Fashion,
hey, by the way, friend of the show, Trajan Langdon, responsible for getting D'Angelo Russell in the first place.
Well, and that's the thing is, I don't know if enough people are talking about possibly D'Angelo Russell to the New Orleans Pelicans in the offseason, but we're going to start the rumor.
We're going to start that rumor. It could
because we have the inside source. We know there's connections.
Oh, for sure. Patrick, the one thing about the Super Bowl that's interesting is prop bets.
Yes, Josh.
And there's a lot of like random things that you can bet on. Now, it kind of makes me wish that we can bet on anything random during the regular season. But I understand that it's more special. It makes it more special for the Super Bowl.
Right.
And there's some interesting prop bets. And I was wondering I think it'd be good because we've talked about this a little bit and we've had a chance to, over this past week, kind of really form our opinions. And so I think we need to start handing out some winners and some prop bets because here's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of shows start getting paid by sports books for handing out winners. And I think that we need to get on that train. By the way, though, if any sports book wants to partner with us, we will make you so much money.
And we'll send you a mug.
Proven, we'll send you a mug. It's proven that now we make sports books a lot of money. I think that's just, we'll just summarize it like that.
I went 0-3 in college basketball last night. I would make your sports book money.
We can make your sports book money. So I'm just saying, let's make a deal. Let's collaborate a little bit. Patrick, the first prop pick that I like a lot is, and this is interesting, but at first I didn't love this, and then I saw the data. And the data told me that the most popular Gatorade flavor was blue. Literally. Now, no team is blue.
You're kidding me right now.
So I will say it's really tough, but the more I think about it, the more I am like, man, maybe it is blue.
So you're telling me we hopped on a little collab the other night and you cascaded the blue Gatorade pick.
I did.
We hopped on with Bulldog Illustrated and Punt and Pass, and Hammy throws out blue Gatorade and you go, terrible. Terrible.
I
And then
thought
2 days later, you're like, I've come around on it. I really
no,
like it.
because
Yeah.
I saw somebody do a really deep dive analysis on it, and
You're like Aaron Rodgers going into 4 days of darkness, coming out and be like, dude, I totally see the world differently.
I think I do. And so blue Gatorade is a lock for me. What about you? What do you think? There's gonna be a specific Gatorade color, or do you just stay away from Gatorade altogether?
I'm more, yeah, no, stay away from Gatorade. Yeah, we don't need to touch that. To be a little bit serious though, my favorite prop bet pick actually is plus 1,000. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the longest reception in the game. Look, let's be honest, I'm a terrible bettor. Not going to hit, but plus 1,000, you throw that odds in front of me, I go, great value.
Maybe. Maybe. I like heads because they say tails never fails, but tails does indeed fail quite often. And
Josh, I like heads too.
And that's kind of like lying. And here's the thing about heads is now I'm going to do a deep dive analysis on who's doing the coin toss, and this is a play. I am doing this. You know, who's doing the coin toss? What does it usually land on? What do they start on? How does the atmospheric pressure of the dome factor in? I am going to do this research, but
well, it is a retractable roof, so is it going to be open or closed?
These are all things I need to figure out. But initially, my instinct is telling me heads.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, Josh, because sometimes you got to zag when everybody else is zigging, right? So, or is it supposed to be zig while everybody else is zagging? Not. Either way, you go heads, and I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, another prop bet I like is a field goal to hit the upright or crossbar. Plus 450. Plus 450.
Yeah, but the kickers, aren't they pretty good? And it's in a dome.
Roof could be open. We don't know.
Okay, good point.
We don't know, Josh. We're not sure. It's also real grass. There could be some slippage.
Okay.
Could be some slippage.
I don't know. That feels like plus 400, 450.
450. It's not good.
It's not great odds at all, Patrick. When's the last time you saw a doink?
I don't know, Josh. You could have just supported me there, but
I'm just saying, Patrick. I could have supported you, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I like to think of this as a team effort, and because we're technically all on the same team, and I want to make sure the team is putting out their best foot forward. That's all I'm saying.
The thing is we glossed over it with the Super Bowl a little bit, but I am a little bit shocked that the Eagles are actually favored in this game.
I'm so shocked. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, like, if you look at Patrick Mahomes MVP, sure, he's playing on one leg, but Jalen Hurts is playing with
one shoulder.
And it's the wrong shoulder.
Yeah. And the thing is like, I think we've entered a point where Patrick Mahomes is Brady-like. And what I mean by that is there was a point with Brady that you would rather lose betting on Brady than be the idiot that didn't bet on Brady, because Brady won so many times. And I think we're at the point with Patrick Mahomes where the only time he's lost the Super Bowl was against Tom Brady. Okay, let's put that in perspective.
Yeah.
So it's, don't be the idiot and don't try to be the smartest guy in the room, because sometimes you don't need to be. You just need to be the logical guy in the room.
No, exactly. And if I know anything, it's that the Chiefs know how to win big games, and they've been in the moment a million times. You know, and you don't think that Super Bowl experience matters? You don't think that Patrick Mahomes, having played and now his third Super Bowl, makes a difference between having played in 0 Super Bowls?
I think it is. And the other thing that I think is absolutely stupid is how the teams have to get there on Sunday. They're there a whole week before the game, where every other game they fly in the day before. And I know they got media and it's a big event and stuff, but like, if I was a player, I'd be so mad because I would want to sleep in my own bed. I mean, I don't know about you.
Yeah. Maybe they bring their own bed with them.
I mean, I know you're a big futon guy right now, but that's
I can sleep anywhere, right? I can't. This is by the way, this is because I've started my my training for. I'm going to be spike ball champion of the world. I realized
I was
something.
ready for like half marathon, 5K.
No, I realized something, Patrick. I realized a few things. I realized one, in life, you always need something to be training for, or you're going to become stale. You're going to become lazy. And two, I have a gift from God.
You want to expand on that one?
I'm just saying that I feel like if there was the only sport I've been naturally, now maybe it's because of all my hard effort in my youth to become a better athlete, but in all the sports I've ever attempted, most naturally gifted at spike ball. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not there yet. I'm not close. I understand that. Like local beach circle, I'm
Tri-state area.
I'm a guy now, but I'm not sure on the big stage. I'm not. But I think that I can get there if I really put my nose to the ground, work hard. Big tournament coming up this summer.
Where?
Baltimore. So I'm going back to the home city to compete. So it's a homecoming spike ball game for me.
That's good for the spike ball script writers.
I think so. Well, here's the thing. I'm not competing in the 5-0 division. I'm competing in 4.
How many divisions are there?
Well, so you can go 5, then you got 4.5, then you got 4, then you got 3, then you got 2, or maybe there's just 3. But I'm a 4. I think I can make my way to 4.5. I'm just not sure yet. And partner is going to be a big factor on that as well. And then I think that if I play my cards right, I'm competing in the basically the NFL of spike ball by next year.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Remember when you were going to make it as a kicker?
I still might. But here's the thing. People aren't going to talk about the torn hips.
That's true.
People aren't going to talk about those. Usually when you have 2 legs, 2 hips.
Right.
If both of them are not intact, usually it's not a good sign.
Wait, they're both not intact?
Well, the one is like complete is torn. The other is like partial.
Huh.
Yeah, I kind of just 2 for 1 special.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's okay. The right is much better than the left. The left one, every once in a while, I'll be like moving and then it'll lock up and I gotta actually like pick up my leg and like try to get it back over. Like it'll be like if I extend my leg out, I'll be like, and I'll hit a wall and I gotta like, that's how it goes. But it's a tough thing. But I will be spike ball champion of the world one day. Mark my words. Now, I'm not sure what the ideal body type is, like genetically for a spike ball champion, but I feel like I'm there because think about it.
Aren't the guys super tall that are good though?
But I hear that because you got a little bit more length, but also I'm closer to the ground, but I'm also not too short, so I can.
So is there like a big center of gravity kind of thing?
So so like I'm low to the ground, I can move, and then also I can if there's any like low shots, I can dive like a lot easier. I can get closer to the ground faster, but then I'm also not too short where I can't get up. I feel like I might be on to something here. I'm not sure though. Anyway, that's the show. Thank you guys for watching. I'm excited for this Sunday, but I'm also sad because once football is over, that's the end of football. And,
XFL.
And then I guess we're on to the XFL, so that'll be fun.
Big Defenders. Are you on the Defender bandwagon?
No, I decided the other
day.
Good.
We didn't want you anyway. We didn't want you to defend the
What
Shield.
Am I going to root for a Washington team?
No, it's a DC team. They're not called the Washington Defenders. They're called the DC Defenders, Josh.
Well, they might. No. Here's my team. I do remember. I'm actually between 2 teams right now.
Okay, to figure it out.
So I'm between the. I think I'm a Houston Roughneck. But the Battlehawks are pretty sweet. But the Dragons are also pretty sweet. But I don't think I can root for Seattle.
Sea Dragons.
Yeah.
They're Sea Dragons, Josh.
Yeah,
Get it
I know.
right.
Whatever. I think instinct. I think I'm a Houston Roughnecks guy.
Okay.
I mean, they're
I
pretty.
would call you a bandwagon fan because they were
Why?
the best team in the XFL 3 years ago.
Okay.
They were. They had PJ Walker
3 years ago. Yeah, that's great. Like, no, Patrick, I'm not a bandwagon fan.
Yes, you are. You're a Lakers fan. You're a Roughnecks fan.
I'm not a Lakers fan. Okay, if LeBron leaves, maybe we talk.
Did you see Skip Bayless? He threw out a like hypothetical. He was saying that LeBron should like get traded before the deadline. That like the problem was, Josh, is LeBron was not contractually able to be traded because he signed an extension.
Well,
so take of the year.
It's a great take. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful morning. Attack the day, and I'll see you Monday for another episode of Josh and Pat.